If you learn right now how to love yourself and accept yourself in the process, you won't let anybody change you. You won't let anybody have that control or power over you to make you feel small, to make you feel ugly, to make you feel like you're not worthy or of value. Once you start to pay attention and pour more love into yourself, to know that you're a work in progress, you are of worth, and you're coming of worth. Every day as you add to yourself, you're adding more value, you're adding tax, baby. So you're not gonna let other people just mistreat you and steer you in the wrong direction. Anytime you feel like you're steering in the wrong direction, ask yourself these questions. Hello, beautiful people. Today is an insightful video that you do not want to miss. I need you to get out your notepads because today I need you to write down a few questions and reflect. I'm providing you with mandatory principles while becoming your dream girl. As you reinvent yourself and you're looking to become the best version of yourself, your dream girl, not cutting out another image or a woman that you're inspired by or you want to be like or exude. I want you to start to find this feeling within you. And we're going to look at some of our daily habits, our mindset, how we carry ourselves. Is it really adding up to who we want to become? I recently had a conversation with a client and I was asking her, who is your dream girl? And she pointed back at me and said, I am her dream girl. And I just want to say thank you to those who are consistently watching and keeping up on my videos, as I am very new to YouTube, so don't forget to subscribe. But I've also made it my mission to make sure that you become your own dream girl and you put the focus back on you. I think sometimes we have these goals and dreams and we forget about the steps that are necessary, the micro habits that are necessary in our daily life that lead up to that image or that picture and the reality that we want for our own lives. I just want you to be really zoned in on this video because at the end of this, I really want you to be moving forward with your goals and with your dreams before the end of the year. Starting with number one, your self-perception. How do you genuinely feel about yourself? How do you talk to yourself? When you look in the mirror, how do you feel about yourself? When you're on your way to becoming your dream girl, right? Nobody outside of you matters, right? But oftentimes we seek everything outside of ourselves. We seek validation, we seek approval, we care what other people think of ourselves, and we don't really pay attention to how we talk to ourselves, talk about ourselves, feel about ourselves. We put ourselves down. We call ourselves names. We call ourselves names. And the funny thing is people call themselves names and then they're offended when somebody else calls them that name. But you're not treating yourself better than somebody else is supposed to. So why are you offended when somebody else calls you a certain name, right? If you hold yourself to a certain standard where you know yourself so well, you won't be so offended when somebody calls you wrong. You'll be able to turn the other way and be like, I know myself well enough. But right now, we need to hone in on getting to know ourselves and actually the way that we speak to ourselves and how we think of ourselves. You are a work in progress, okay? I know life comes with seasons. We're not always on our A games. Sometimes we lose ourselves. Like I've been in seasons where I've completely lost myself. I've gained a lot of weight. I had breakouts on my face. I felt alone. Actually, even in my season right now, life is good, but I can also feel alone at times. And I just want you to know that we're a work in progress. Everybody is going through something, but the life goal is to just feel really good about yourself and know that even if it's today that you don't feel that great about yourself, you can try again tomorrow. It's going to come down to your daily habits. Do you keep self-sabotaging and making your self-image worse? Because when you start to pour into yourself and do good things and reward yourself where you don't feel guilty afterwards, then you're going to feel more confident. You're going to love yourself more. And when you start to love yourself more, you'll be able to know what aligns and what doesn't, who truly loves you, who disrespects you, who crosses boundaries, who aligns and who doesn't. Because oftentimes when we're so busy busy disrespecting ourselves. We're too busy with what we see in the mirror that we're disrespecting ourselves, calling ourselves names, belittling ourselves, talking ourselves down. We allow external noise to actually add and make it worse. And it could be in our friendships, in our relationships, our daily habits, and our mindset. You need to wake up, because that is one reason that is holding you back. That is one obstacle that is holding you back. Just looking in the mirror and talking badly about yourself, and just like, you are blessed, you are beautiful, you're a work in progress. I remember growing up in elementary school and high school, nobody wanted to date me. And I didn't know I was going to be this beautiful. Like, I can confidently say that it's taken steps for me to get confident in my body, in my, like, accepting my skin color, because it was hard, especially being a dark-skinned girl. Like, nobody, I think in the early 2000s, nobody really liked dark skins. I battled with my self-image for so long. Let me tell you, we all go in seasons, we go in stages, but are you helping yourself, or are you making it worse? Because don't expect anybody to love you more than you love yourself. Let me tell you that. Because if you learn right now how to love yourself and accept yourself in the process, you won't let anybody change you. You won't let anybody have that control or power over you to make you feel small, to make you feel ugly, to make you feel like you're not worthy or of value. Once you start to pay attention and pour more love into yourself, to know that you're a work in progress, you are of worth, and you're coming of worth. Every day as you add to yourself, you're adding more value, you're adding tax, baby. So you're not gonna let other people just mistreat you and steer you in the wrong direction. Once you take care of yourself, you'll start to attract and align people who will be actually more afraid to take advantage of you and belittle you, because nobody can talk to me and make me feel small ever again. Are you serious? I know my worth. I'm adding tax, honey. Add tax. Don't let people play with you, and don't play with yourself. Number 2, your mindset. What is your daily mindset like? Listen, I'm building warriors. I'm building confident women. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, subscribe, because I'm obviously going to change your life. Now listen, your daily mindset, I've battled with it, and I'm sure you're battling with it as well. Listen, it's taken me years to build the confidence that I have now, but it is a necessary practice that you have to be doing daily. I need you to talk to yourself and create that mindset that is empowered, inspired, ready to hop over all obstacles and see what God is building within you. Because oftentimes when we get those obstacles, you have 2 choices. You can be the victim, or you can use it as fuel and motivation. And I was talking to a client, and I asked her, who is your dream girl? Like, what does your dream girl look like? And she said, my dream girl is you. And I said, girl, no, your dream girl cannot be me, because you got to look yourself in the mirror. I need you to have that confidence, like you are already it, babe. Nobody else. You don't need to be like anybody else. Yes, you can be inspired, but get so firm that it is possible and already planted within you for you to unleash and unlock the power that is already there. You have to hop through obstacles. You have to hop over these obstacles, and you have to face these challenges straight on. Okay, I'm not taking anybody with me. And at the end of the day, when you die, you can't take anybody with you. You need to be living your storybook to the fullest, and stop fearing these obstacles or hiding from these obstacles, or letting them make you weak. God puts these obstacles in front of you to challenge your character and to build your character, because obstacles don't stop coming. Let me tell you that. If you're in your bed right now and you had plans to stay there and cry about a relationship that didn't work out, or a job that didn't work out, I'm telling you right now, because I didn't believe it. When I didn't believe that the sun would shine again for me, it did. And I just want you to know, I want you to really know that God always has better for you. And I remember begging in relationships and was wondering, like, every time an obstacle occurred, I was like, why? But God always has to put something in your path to challenge you, and sometimes redirect you, redirect your focus. Are you going to take it on as a challenge to strengthen your mindset? Or are you gonna let that keep you in bed and hold you in anxiety and depression and hold you down? Because in this society, everybody has anxiety, and I'm definitely gonna make a video on this one. Everybody's depressed, everyone's down. And why do you need to join the cycle? And I'm telling you that because I almost lost my mom to depression. And I just want you to know that God has given you this beautiful life. It doesn't really matter the season. We all suffer or are suffering from something. And it's going to come down to your mindset. You know, are you going after your goals, or are you procrastinating daily? You know, you're spending too much time scrolling. Why are you watching everybody else's life and not getting on with your own? You see people traveling, you see people getting married, whatever, but who cares? That's their life. You have no idea what they're struggling with and putting up in an image on the front to portray that image. You need to just focus on your own life. Build your mindset. Your mindset is what is going to take you far. On those days where you don't feel like showing up, your mindset will get you out of bed and be like, no. If I have an image of being my own dream girl, my dream girl is powerful, she's confident, she's smart, she's empowering, she exudes so much essence of beauty, just everything a dream girl would want to be. What does her mindset look like? Because her mindset is not sitting there scrolling, watching what somebody else is doing. I for sure don't do that. I'm not seeing what somebody else is doing. Like I mentioned this before, I will give people their support, like it, and I'm off. Once I posted, I'm off. I'm on to the next. And I'm just going about my day and going about my life, because life is meant to be lived. Why are you all stuck in your phone? You want this dream, but you have this goal of having a dream body or this dream life with this person and kids and a white picket fence. We have all these goals and dreams of this, but no action. And you're not always going to feel like putting in the work, but it's your mindset that's going to bring you back to reality, to know that you actually have to put in work. It's easier to be lazy. It's easier to talk yourself out of doing what is best for you because you want to settle. And if your dream girl is, you know, what I already explained, then do you really think she's sitting there scrolling, watching what other people are doing? So if you haven't already gotten up, I need you to get up. And if you're about to go to bed, thanks for watching. Just know that your mindset shapes your attitude, the trajectory of your life. Your dream girl. How you tackle obstacles, how you look at obstacles and challenges, how you perceive yourself, how you allow people to talk to you or take advantage of you. Your mindset is the strongest muscle you can train. And I've had that in my YouTube description for so long since I started my channel. You need to train your mindset. It's a daily action that is non-negotiable. Get focused on making that mindset hard, like a soldier. You don't feel like going to the gym? Well, tomorrow you're going. You don't feel like eating well? Well, yes, you're going to do that because you wanted a dream body. You wanted to feel energy in your life. Put down the Starbucks, put down these energy drinks, put down all these sugary drinks that don't make you feel good. Put down the damn donuts and cookies and all these processed foods that don't make you feel good, because I know when I'm eating dairy, I don't smell that great. And I know you don't either. So why keep doing it to yourself? It's a mindset that's like, I'm tired of it. I'm going to do something about it. Somebody's disrespecting me. I know my worth. I'm going to add tax and they can't afford it. So I'm going to remove myself. I'm not settling right here. In this life, we're not settling. Number 3, healthy habits. What do your daily habits look like that contribute to your mental, your emotional, and your physical well-being? I'm going to start with physical because honestly, when you start working out, you start moving your body, mentally, you're going to start to feel really good. Now, listen, because 9 years I've been in the fitness industry. When I first started off, I was using booty bands and 5-pound weights. And I'm sure some of you are there right now. And now I'm lifting over 25 pounds. And I'm just telling you that as you start to increase and you show yourself that you can actually do more, you can lift more, you can become stronger physically, you also start to realize that when you face obstacles, you can actually overcome them because you've overcame a lot of things in the gym. You've overcame lifting weights that you thought you couldn't lift. You got through obstacles in your past that you thought you couldn't make it out of. When one relationship didn't work out and you were crying in the dark and starving yourself because I did this, I know. I really never thought that God had better, and I just wanted to stay down. I really was just self-sabotaging myself because I wanted to feel bad about myself. Why did it happen to me? But when I started going back to the gym after periods of obstacles, I started to see, wow, I actually feel so much better. And the better you feel about yourself, the better you're going to feel emotionally and mentally. And that comes with just moving your body. Your daily habits matter. Some of you guys don't have a hot girl walk routine, an eating well routine, moving your body in general, or just going to the gym to lift weights. I need you guys to be in your hot girl era. Like, not watching everybody else live their hot girl era. I need you to hold on. Like, what does your hot girl era look like as you become your dream girl? Because as you reinvent yourself, you have to get rid of this laziness and feeling stuck, because the only reason why you're stuck is because your mindset and because you don't want to put in the work. Like I said, it's easy to be lazy. It's easy to just talk yourself out of doing the do or going about chasing your dreams. I'm sure mentally, when you're not doing so well, you like to call up a family member or friends to kiki and talk and get their support. But honestly, it's all about seeking internal support. And I mean, seeking yourself, seeking God. Journaling helps, meditation helps, yoga helps, taking yourself on a hot girl walk will help. Just doing things outside of your normal that clearly it's not working, because not everybody's going to give you the best advice. And sometimes you do have to sit with your own emotions and become aware. Sometimes you're the problem and it's not the other person. Sometimes you actually have to hold yourself accountable and be like, wow, maybe my mood is triggering other people. Maybe my attitude is a little too high and it's triggering a lot of people. I was not always this girl. It took years of building, and it takes when you can acknowledge, are you making it worse or are you adding to yourself? And emotionally, we can become very toxic if we aren't aware of our triggers and things that just upset us. And we hold back, we resent people, we treat people based on our mood of how we woke up today, or we're choosing to be this way because we don't want to change. There's nothing wrong with us. There is something that we can all improve on. And once you start moving your body and just doing things that soothe your center, soothe your soul, that calm you down, bring you back into a feminine essence of just being in your body, being in tune with your body, being in tune with, shutting out the noise and getting off social media, just to get back into your zone. What about romanticizing some bath time, some quality time, and not drinking the wine, please? Because sometimes when you're intoxicated or just on a substance, you can really just feel worse. Anything that just changes you and you're not 100% yourself, it's gonna really just mess up your emotions at that point. And we've honestly made it a thing in this culture that we always need a glass of wine after a rough day at work, and you don't. That's not taking care of your mental well-being or your emotional state. Start taking care of you. Once you start taking care of yourself and your mental well-being, your emotional and physical well-being, you will start to achieve goals closer to your dream girl. It is not impossible. Just remove yourself and don't hinder the progress. So when I asked the question, like, what does your daily habits look like? I had a client that had told me that she was going to, for breakfast, she would go and have a double at some coffee shop and an egg wrap. And honestly, you every day are going to this greasy, salty, creamy, dairy-filled cafe that is not adding to you. Actually, the food is making you feel worse, and you're in this cycle of a bad habit. What do your daily habits look like? Are you contributing to your goals, or are you hindering them because you're too lazy to wake up earlier or find a better alternate that is going to make you feel better? Because I'm sure on these food apps that there are healthier alternatives, healthier restaurants, or just a meal prep service that can help you out if you don't like to cook or you don't have the time. There are other solutions, but you guys are choosing the laziest options that are comfortable and convenient because you grew up like this. You know what I mean? Like, I grew up in these fast food restaurants. That doesn't mean I have to stay there. I didn't grow up with fitness. That doesn't mean I shouldn't go and educate myself in how to move my body and seeing and exploring how it's going to make me feel, because it's honestly going to make you feel better. And if you're consistent and you keep going back, you eventually will get to your goal. You will eventually get to your goal and you're going to feel so good about yourself. Number 4, how do you care for yourself? Your self-care ritual matters. How do you fill your cup? Like I mentioned in number 3, I know a lot of times we like to look outside of ourselves, call up a friend, call our significant other to cuddle us and coddle us. The problem isn't fixed. I started looking from within. Honestly, that has helped me the most, especially when I was single. I took 2 years off from dating and I spent a lot of time just filling my cup, learning how to fill my cup. When my last relationship didn't work out, I had no idea how to deal with my emotions or how to even live by myself, be by myself, enjoy my own company. And I was new to a city, so I didn't have any friends, and I still don't have that many friends, which, don't worry, I'm going to be talking about how I deal with not having that many friends, but also I'm loving my community on here, so thank you. I just had to start learning how to pour into myself, finding music that I like to vibe to by myself, books that I like to read, because before I was so caught up in the relationship that I wouldn't even make time to read and develop myself and build skills that are very feminine, sexy, sophisticated, and honestly, your mindset and your knowledge is everything. Also, having skills it's a perk when you're a female too, to just not be like dumb and dust. That really matters. Like how you pour into yourself really matters. Like romanticizing how you go to bed, lighting some candles, relaxing, taking your vitamins, setting yourself up with a nice bubble bath, just feeling really good in your body makes a huge difference. When you're not feeling that great, how do you cope? What is your coping mechanism? Because I know that when a lot of people aren't feeling that great, they tend to self-sabotage, they tend to binge eat, or they go on a drinking spree where they're like, girls, let's go out. I'm not feeling that great. I want to forget about my problems. And your problems are still there. Imagine you had like a debt to pay and then you go out drinking because you'd want to forget about the debt. Now you're in more debt. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people repeat the cycle or just make it worse because they're not doing anything to just deal with the problem immediately, instantly. Just be like, okay, no problem. I'm going to figure it out. God always has a way. Just pray about it, literally. That would be my first step. Learning how to pamper yourself. Get yourself to be doing good coping mechanisms rather than bad coping mechanisms, because all the drinking, all the partying, all the binge eating, all the chit chat and being jealous of people and just all the negative emotions aren't going to add to you becoming your best self. It's actually going to hinder yourself. And staying in your bed, wanting to sit in the dark and just cry about everything. Like, what are you crying about? Because look at all the obstacles and challenges you've gone through already, and you've overcame them. Okay, you've overcame them. I want you to sit and reflect. Pause if you need to. Sit and reflect how many obstacles you've gone through, like recently or in the last few years that you can remember. You've gotten through many, right? You're still here, you're still alive, you're still doing well, you're still breathing. You've got many things to be grateful for, and the sun always comes out. How you take care of yourself and fill your cup matters. How you deal with these situations and how you react to them matters. How you pull yourself out matters. And your next decision matters the most. Are you going to choose the best coping mechanism, or are you going to keep self-sabotaging? Because we're at the mid of 2024. You need to just break some of these bad habits that are not progressing you towards becoming your dream girl. Number 5, how do you carry yourself? Your style, your wardrobe, your scent, your attitude matters. How do you guys carry yourself? Your confident presence. I think this is so crucial when becoming your dream girl, because oftentimes we can be intimidated by women that may come off as confident or self-aware. And I used to be one of those women that would be just, oh my God, I want to be like her one day. And until I actually looked at my own habits and my day-to-day mindset and what I do with myself, it didn't align. It didn't align with who I wanted to become or what I was inspired by, because I would look at myself and I'd be like, I don't really put an effort. And if you don't put an effort towards your habits, your day-to-day mindset, towards your goals, drinking water overall, just to make your appearance, like little baby things, micro habits that you can actually be doing daily. And you're not doing it at all. You're just scrolling on Instagram or scrolling, buying things, buying all these things, and then thinking that you're going to feel better. You're not. How you carry yourself matters. It's going to show your confidence or your lack of confidence. Your posture. Do you carry yourself well with your posture, or do you have terrible posture because you're always hinged over on your phone? Or do you walk with your head down? Because I remember when I was really shy, I would walk with my head down and I would talk really lightly and nobody could hear me because I was afraid that maybe people would make fun of me about the things that I would say or how I project myself. And until I woke up one day and I was like, I'm just holding myself back. You can't be perfect, and whether people correct you or not, I mean, sometimes feedback is good, but at the same time, if you don't just move on anything or move on any actions, it's all going to just hinder your growth. It's time to start dressing in a way that empowers you, that makes you feel confident. I know that a lot of people have dream body goals. They have a fitness goal at the moment that they want to work towards, but are your daily habits helping you get to your goals? I want you to take some time to reflect, and definitely this video is so purposeful for you to actually sit down a few times throughout this video to reflect while I'm asking these questions. Does your daily habits help you or hinder you towards your goals? Are you starting and then you're stopping? Because I remember 9 years ago, it was a fight. It was a battle for me to stay consistent. However, I had to remind myself of my why. Why did I want to feel confident? Because my self-esteem was so shot. Because men and boys took advantage of me and just always made me feel worthless. I was chasing something that from inside. I wanted to feel better about myself. And in return, when I started to become consistent, I did, and I do now feel great about who I am. And I love going to the gym. I love taking care of myself. And then through that, my body started changing. And I then started changing my wardrobe, how I dress, how what I wear makes me feel. Oftentimes, if you're wearing baggy clothes, it's not going to make you feel inspired to do much. It's giving, I'm just relaxing, I'm just chill, I'm just snug. During when it's the time of the month, okay, cool, you put on those baggy clothes. But if it's not, get into some athletic wear and get yourself going. I had a client that says if she starts her day, because she works from home, if she starts her day with athletic wear on, she knows that at some point throughout the workday, she has to move her body. She has to drink some water. She has to go and work out quickly, 30 minutes, crush a workout. And she knows because she has the clothes already on. You have to wear clothes that just exude the confidence that you're looking for while you're a work in progress during your season. And then eventually, don't buy too many things, but just start to dress a little better. Just wear some pops of color. Stop with the ripped jeans and all of these holes and bubbles, and just find something that's really just going to exude more confidence and grace for your style. And make sure you smell good all the time. That's a key thing. I think it's important for women to have a signature scent, and you don't need a lot of things. You don't need a lot of outfits. You just need staple pieces and a few signature scents that make you feel and exude confidence. And when you walk into the room, you just feel like you're that woman. Like you get stopped and people are like, ooh, you smell amazing. I want to walk through a crowd and people are like, ooh, who smells so good? Smell me for sure. And I want you to smell, I want to smell good. That's why you want to smell me. Even while you're a work in progress and you may not be in the body that you imagine or you're working towards, just know that you're a work in progress. You still need to carry yourself. You still need to be excited about dressing well as you're in the stage of getting to your dream body. A lot of you guys don't want to wear certain things, or you're holding back because you're waiting until you achieve the goal, but you don't even feel good in the process. It's about who you become in the process that actually matters when you get to the finish line. And actually there is no finish line, because once you achieve 20 pounds down, you're still curious, like how much further can I actually go? Like there is no end goal to life other than being happy, being authentic, being happy, feeling at peace of mind. And your body is always going to fluctuate. Your habits, they're always going to fluctuate. We're not always going to be on our A games, but doing more things for yourself that make you feel good, that make you appear confident in what you radiate and what you exude is going to come down to how you treat yourself, how you dress yourself, how you carry yourself, your posture, your smell, your smile, your attitude. Do you smile? Because I know a lot of people, when I say good morning to them, they're just like, what a world that we live in. Just smile more. Your smile is beautiful. Number 6, prioritizing yourself. Are you putting yourself first? Are you the main priority in your life? And this includes moms too, because I know I work with a lot of moms and they can put themselves last. But if you don't take care of yourself, who is going to take care of you if you are putting yourself last on the pedestal? Because in order for you to be alive and healthy and keeping up with kids, you also need to take care of yourself. Like, you have to have your health, your mental state on the pedestal, actually. And sometimes it's behind. I get it. Have you created structure and boundaries for the foundation of your life? Because a lot of the times we don't even have any boundaries or structure, that we are so quick to say yes, and it sometimes doesn't align with where we need to be, what we need to be doing, who we're becoming. The goals in general just don't align because you haven't had any standards and boundaries in place. We all need foundation. We need a set foundation of the main goal. Who do you want to become? And do you have foundation in steps to get there, to achieving the beautiful self that you're looking to achieve? At one point in my life, I realized that I was always pleasing everybody. I was catering to everybody else's needs. At a time, I was even seeking validation and approval from my coaches, from the outside noise, from my fans when I would be competing. And I realized that I had to pull it back. In order for me to become a successful athlete, a coach that lives by what she preaches, a friend, a better partner, a better daughter, just a better human, I had to start putting the focus back on me. What are my priorities? What do I need to be doing for myself bit by bit daily? So I'm carving out time to do what I need to fill my cup. I knew that I needed to drink my water. I knew that I had to work out. I need to move my body before I even see my clients. I need to do a lot of things. There are a lot of things, but they're micro things that still add up to the big picture. You need to know what you like, what you don't like, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. You have a calendar. Does it work? Can you say yes to this event? Does it fit in where you need it to fit? You know what I mean? Like, oftentimes we don't really realize that we say yes to so many things and we get burnt out. We commit to so many things outside of our own goals that we get burnt out, and then we have no time for ourselves. We think that we can do it all, and instead of asking for help, we just put everything on our plate and think that we can just finish it alone. But sometimes you actually need to ask for help. Sometimes you actually need to lay it all out and see that you're doing way too much outside of your goals, and none of them are actually aligning and adding to you. And when we pull it all back and we start to create some standards, we create boundaries. Listen, let's bring it back to the standards, because as I started working on myself and I became more high value, I started learning about my own value. I started carrying myself a certain way. I started taking care of myself. And the same type of guys that I was attracted to at once are now no longer on my palette. Certain things that you like will no longer be of interest to you anymore as you start to raise your vibration, raise your standards. When you start to set standards and boundaries, you're going to see people that are willing to respect it, and then there are people who are going to disrespect it. And those people, they don't deserve your time. They don't deserve your energy. They don't deserve 1 minute of your time. And sometimes we're giving them 10 years of our time, and they're just abusing us. They're stepping over us because we have no standards, because we have no boundaries. Once you've raised yourself up, now nobody can really cross you or steer you in the wrong direction. If it doesn't fit on my calendar, I'm sorry, I cannot make it. Can we do it another day? I'm free at this time. because just because you have free time doesn't mean that is available to everybody. And sometimes you just make yourself so available to people that they just abuse you. They take advantage of you. You have to start saying no. It doesn't work for me. Or sometimes you're tired. You need to go home and fill your cup and recharge yourself. Why are you overstretching when you know that you don't feel that good? And honestly, I would sometimes rather just stay in and fill my cup, watch some YouTube videos while I'm laughing and I'm learning, and I can just, do my hot girl everything at, self-care prep at home, instead of just like sitting at the table having drinks, knowing that I really just don't feel that good, but I need to fill myself up. I need to be by myself. I need to take some space. I need boundaries, because then I know if I fill my cup, I'll be good to everybody else. I know if I take care of myself, I'll be able to take care of other people. I know if I take care of myself, I'll be able to help my clients. If I address my own issues, I'll be able to help my clients when they have similar issues and similar needs, and I'll be able to steer them in the right direction. But if you're going through this cycle of just self-sabotaging, or the obstacles and challenges are just getting worse and they're cycling to a point where you just feel like life is just lifing, you need to just stop for a second and sit down, because sometimes God is just putting these obstacles there for you to just stop, because you're doing too much and you're not doing enough for yourself. You're not doing enough for yourself, and you need to just take a step back. It's hindering you from becoming your dream girl. Take a step back, man. Everything is going to work itself out. Life is meant to be lived. We're going to have obstacles and challenges. You cannot have everything you want all at once. It takes time. But are you helping yourself get there, or are you hindering your success getting there? Step back, take a breather, breathe, take a woosah, start doing some yoga, start doing breathing techniques. Calm the body, calm the mind. Calm yourself, slow it down. It's all gonna work itself out. I'm gonna be good. I need to do something for myself. I need to make good choices for myself. I need to think positively of myself. I need to know that everything I need is within me, that I am so blessed that God chose me for this life, for me to explore, for me to travel, for me to constantly meet people and engage. You have everything you need. A lot of you guys don't see that there are people in the hospital fighting for their life, and they wish that they could do it all over again. And you're here having anxiety over an obstacle when you've already hopped over many obstacles. It's just time to step back and just notice that sometimes you need to actually become aware and acknowledge behaviors and patterns that are hindering your growth. Thank you, ladies. I love having you here. If you like this kind of content as we reinvent ourselves and glow up before the end of the year, don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and definitely share this video to one of your girlies or the whole group chat.